Welcome back, everyone. Connecting Dots 2 here. We are Thursday, June 23rd, and it's the big Brexit vote. And no, this video is not about Brexit. You'll have to catch that over at Silver Goldman. In fact, I might even have a live hangout tomorrow during the early hours. So if you want to join me at Silver Goldman and see what takes place with the Brexit, because that's when the final tallying and be taking place. Anyways, long story short, this video right now, I should say, is about Kevin Blanch. But before I even get into Kevin Blanch and his latest fiasco, I just want to share with you that yesterday's video is gone viral. There's over 5,000 views. Now, a really odd thing here is, and I'm not telling you to go watch a video. You don't have to watch this. This is not for everyone, obviously. If you go watch the video, I talk about the Proud. It's the Proud to Be transgender movement that's been pushed on YouTube, which now has been silenced. The rainbow heart is no longer promoted on the top right or left hand side here beside the YouTube logo. It's gone. The Proud to Be video itself, the original video here, which you get to see in this 24-minute video of mine from yesterday, I do play that small clip in there. The video itself, the Proud to Be, the comment section is in lockdown. You can't even leave a comment. That's how bad the censorship is. It was an absolute failure. And when I made that prediction, because when I made that video yesterday, I caught it in when the video had just come out. I mean, the views were just going ballistic. Every time I kept refreshing it, there'd be an extra 5,000, 10,000 views. I caught it in the early days. If I haven't even looked at it today, I think they're probably somewhere around 8 million views. So I caught it in, like I said, the early stages. There were only about 250,000, 450,000 views, I think, when I actually made the video itself. One of the things I said, it was an epic failure, and it is an epic failure. And in fact, the spread between the dislikes and the likes has grown wider. There's more people disliking that whole Proud to Be. Now, what I want to mention here is how many people, and a lot of new subscribers, by the way, hello everyone, many of these new subscribers, and some of you other ones, but I mean other people have been subscribed, but mostly the new ones, have mentioned how YouTube was actually promoting my video. They said YouTube sent me here. It was the video that was promoted. I'm like, wow, that's really odd. I have to admit, that's the first time I've been making videos on YouTube, as you can see up above here, since 2009 on YouTube, tackling on many topics. Never before has YouTube ever promoted my video, or at least I've never heard anyone else or as many people in this recent video that are all telling me your video is being promoted by YouTube. So, and that's odd, because I just finished mentioning how the spread on the dislikes and the likes on the original video is getting wider. That means there's more and more dislikes compared to the likes. The spread is getting wider. Well, guess what? On my video, it's the opposite. We started off, there was many more likes, you know, because I'm supposed to be the opposite of the Proud to Be, right? I wasn't expecting to have a lot of thumbs down, but, you know, I figured either way, because of the topics that I deal with, and because I don't just tackle with the transgender, or, you know, I don't have one topic. I go after anyone. If you're lying and scamming people, you're open to me, guy. Watch out. And unfortunately, because I've been dealing with so many of these frauds here, that it just seems like I have a lot of thumbs down on no matter what video I make. So what was odd is in this latest one is that we've gone from the thumbs like winning the show, and all of a sudden we get up today and it's the opposite. In fact, I'll go check right now, because I haven't looked in probably about 20 minutes or so. So yeah, we're 137 thumbs down here. I mean, it doesn't matter to me either way. I've said that before. I'm going to speak and I'm going to make my message, because there's people out there who absolutely enjoy my information, who know that I'm the real McCoy, that I have been out here since 2009. I don't make any money from my videos, never have. I don't have any sponsors. There are no ads on my videos. I've been doing it for free since 2009, and I have not only an economic economic sector, but many other calls that I've done as far as like Ebola and the radiation machines that they're going to be supposedly shooting you people. I'm not sure if you remember that, but that's the Dabu 7 and the Alex Jones crowd that were promoting that bullshit in 2014. And I was calling them all back then. Guys, stay away from these people. They're nothing but frauds. Anyway, speaking of frauds, let's just go right into this latest one. So if you didn't see the video here, in fact, I should have showed you that because this is a continuation of what was uploaded here. In fact, I'm not going to let go of this fraud, okay? Kevin Blanch, this guy will be on my radar until I know that we've kicked him off YouTube. And he's done. Now, I've said that before. The hard thing with Kevin Blanch is that he's so much integrated with the Freemasons and the fraud on YouTube that if you remember watching my videos before on Kevin Blanch, I even showed at one point how Kevin Blanch was being promoted or thumbed up by one of the scammers on YouTube, sgtreport.com. I don't know if you know that that website. It's Sean. Sean is a fraudster, a lying scammer, a censoring bastard, just like the rest of the scammers on YouTube that I've been dealing with since 2009. Okay, he won't debate. He'll actually do just like YouTube. They censor you, they shut you up, they ban you, you can't leave a comment anymore, so he can continue on with his fraud and his scam. And here we are years later, after I've been calling him frauds, he's still out there scamming and frauding people. So this is how YouTube works. Many of you understand that now. We're on the same page when it comes to that, okay? There's no doubt about that. There's absolutely no doubt about that. So continuing on with Kevin Blanch here, his latest bullshit. And again, if you're new to this all ties into Fukushima. And back when Fukushima went down, that's a triple meltdown that took place in March of 2011 over in Japan. Kevin Blanch happens to live in Colorado and came out back then saying that the Fukushima radiation had traveled the jet stream, had dumped on him, and he somehow got, well, somehow, he blames it on Fukushima directly. He says, Fukushima gave me AML leukemia, but I fought it. And then I said, oh yeah, where's your videos? And I've said that to people before, that I was actually dating a nurse back then for 5 years. And the very, very first time I pulled Becky over to the computer screen, I said, Becky, come give me, let me know does this guy really have cancer? Because I don't know too much about cancer. I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I said, he looks way too healthy for me. I said, he's always got these IVs hanging out of his chest all the time. I don't know. It seems like he's just too peppy and pumped up with energy for a guy to have AML cancer. And she came over to the screen. You know, she was actually cooking in the kitchen. She couldn't see what was on there, but she came over, took one look, not even 10-second look, and she said, that guy's a fake. I'm like, okay, great, because that's what my heart was telling me also, that it didn't make sense that he could get this AML leukemia so quickly after the Fukushima meltdown. It didn't make sense to me how, you know, in this latest video, and this is his own words, I'll share with you here, he's actually at the San Onofre nuclear hearing, and this is the ramble, by the way, I've been telling people all the time, listen to this garbage, and I can't play the whole thing, but you can go watch it at his place, I mean at his YouTube channel. But in this latest rendition of his rant, it's the same thing. Him and his buddy got leukemia, cancer. And I'll get into leukemia because a lot of you don't know that shit. And like I said, I got to thank Becky because, you know, if it hadn't been for her nursing skills, I probably still would be wondering at this point, did this guy ever get leukemia? Because I probably never would have thought about searching it out. What are the symptoms? So the good thing about YouTube is that we have Kevin Blanch's videos back in 2011. We do have him going to the hospital the one time. And that's the one time I did show Becky. I said, Becky, look, this guy here has been saying he's going to the hospital. He's got chemotherapy treatments. He's got AML leukemia. Like I said, she looked at him. She said, bullshit. He's lying. He's a fraudster. He's an absolute fraud. So I'm going to share with you, before we get into AML leukemia here, I'm just going to share with you the bullshit, what went on in this latest meeting. And I can't play the whole thing, unfortunately, so I'm just going to play a small little portion here, and I'm going to stop it, and then we'll pull it down to here and let him continue on, because in this video, it's about him giving solutions. Yeah, okay, no, honestly, listen up.
I live in Utah and Idaho. For somebody to say it's not our issue, I got news for you. I'm full of AML leukemia. This is my friend that was born, best friend, my childhood best friend. We got AML leukemia in the fall of 2011, both given 2 months to live. We battled. He was born right next to Atomic City. We grew up right there. I lived there. My father was at Pendleton. He died. He was human lab right on the Nevada test site. I was given 2 months to live. I walked this entire coast of California documenting the catastrophe called Fukushima that has killed the Pacific Ocean.
Did you see that woman's head go down? Same with this woman here. I mean, they're like, what? Walk the entire Pacific Ocean and you've got AML leukemia? Can you hear the bullshit already? I hope so. Watch her head go down. She'll even shake it here. This woman right here.
I'm in epic denial about, but here's some breaking news that you don't. Number one.
Okay, so I'm going to move it forward here because it's his thing is. Let's see here.
So,
Here,
there is no bloody revolution.
Here we go.
But here's the thing. The fact of the matter, you got whipped. You have powers through the Department of Energy. Congress passed Yucca. You have that BS lawsuit about the water right here. Congress passed Yucca Mountain. And I got news for you. Only Congress can make law. Load it up in the middle of the night and truck it to Yucca and don't even tell anybody. Just do it. Be done with it. Get it off this cliff. Huh, they passed it.
Yeah, people are laughing at him. They're laughing at him. They know at this point that this guy is absolutely full of shit. He's not full of AML leukemia. He obviously did not walk the entire Pacific Ocean from Mexico to California. And, you know, they know damn well that the Pacific Ocean isn't dead. And now they're at the point they're laughing at him. Now, if you're not laughing at, because this is really not a laughing matter, because Kevin Blanch has actually stolen another YouTuber's life savings. Himself, along with Thomas Ackerman and Dana Durnford, scammed Jeff Palco for over, what is it, $45,000. I think we've got him nailed at. Dana Durnford scammed him for roughly $25,000. Kevin Blanch took another $18,500 of Jeff Palco's money because he told Jeff Palco that Kevin was actually an ex-hedge fund manager. He managed people money, big money, which is an absolute lie. He owns stuckodamage.com. stuckodamage.com. Go check it out. Even on the website, he's now saying it's for sale. He's got leukemia and he's dying. It's the same bullshit. So I'm going to tell you folks that you believe this bullshit. Do you honestly, and I'm about to get into the AML, assuming you believe that he did really get radiation, do you really think by him going down and giving these ridiculous rants, because that's what his thing is, eh? It's always the GoFundMe. You know, he's the big guy. This is what Sean was saying. Thanks a lot for fighting the nuclear cartel. And like, really? How does he fight them? Because he's nothing but a lying scammer, Sean. And like I said, Sean, sgtreport.com, does not even want to engage. This is how they manage to perpetuate the ongoing fraud on YouTube, is that they join together. Close your ears because I'm about to say some nasty words. I coined it the circle jerk of corruption in 2014 because this is how it works. It's one big club of fraudsters. So Kevin Blanch and his GoFundMe is raising funds to fight the nuclear cartel, and this is the kind of rant that you're going to get from him. Good luck, folks. Honestly, if you're stupid enough to give that guy money, have at her. Don't let me stop you, okay? Now, for those of you who have enough intelligence and you want to listen to what I'm saying and maybe do a little bit of research on the side and connect your own dots and figure out for yourself, because maybe you're new to this whole thing, that Kevin's a fraudster, just go back in Kevin Blanch's playlist back to the year 2011, I should say, not 2014, 2011, because that's what he said, that he came down with AML in 2011 after the Fukushima meltdown. So if you go watch his videos, you'll see, hey, we never see him once lying in bed. And this is a guy who said he was very, 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 very sick from leukemia. He almost died. In fact, his best friend died. We never saw an image of his best friend, but apparently him and his best friend were in the hospital and his best friend died. I'm telling you, it's most likely a load of bullshit, okay? That's what we've got out of Kevin Blanch so far. A lot of big bullshit talk and nothing to back it up. He even goes on to say in that video I just showed you a minute ago how he's friends with the governor and he's interviewed the governor. 110% bullshit. He's no friends with the governor. He's a lying scammer who's Not even, he's never even fallen sick. And that's why I'm saying that you have to be careful, because he's so connected with the Freemasons. He even makes it up into the hospital room, and he's not in a room. He's actually like in the where they would actually do a checkup, possibly. It's not like a patient's room where you're resting after doing your chemotherapy. The video wasn't filmed in that type of room. Okay, he's sitting up on a regular doctor's what do you call it, their table, okay, where they do overall checkup. Anyways, long story short, we never had him looking anything like this. Sure as hell never lost his hair. We never heard him about the anemia, the fever, focal or general infection, hemorrhages. Never heard any of that. Unusual sights of gum in the mouth, the throat, the skin. None of that. None. Zip, zilch, zero. Respiratory tract, don't even think about it. Like I said, go watch his videos from 2011. He had a big fucking mouth back then, just like he has a big mouth now. He could spew out the words just as loud back then in 2011 when he was pretending to have Fukushima radiation down his throat as he does nowadays. Nothing's changed. It's the same shit show. Kevin Blanch 2011 equals Kevin Blanch 2016. Lies, lies, lies. So I'll leave you a couple of links down below in the show more tab. If you, those of you that are falling into this bullshit, you don't know anything about it, you might want to do a little bit of research on acute ML, because this is what he's saying. He's got the AML. Please do some research, because it's sad that we have people on YouTube that even when you present the facts to them, they can't handle the facts, the truth. They want somebody who's going to what? Go down to some San Onofre plant and shout out for 3 minutes how him and his best friend and his father all died from cancer, and how the nuclear cartel should just load up the trucks at midnight and drive them down the road and don't tell anybody. Like, come on, let's get real. Obviously, they're not going to do that. And here's the sad part. The very, very sad part, that Kevin Blanch, Dana Durnford, Thomas Ackerman, Miss Milky the Clown, and the rest of the YouTube energy sector frauds. I'm calling them frauds because I'm the only one who speaks about this term that you're about to hear right now. Thorium. 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 We can have safe nuclear plants, except they have to run on thorium. That's right. Safe energy coming from a nuclear plant, as long as you're using thorium. I dare you to go type that in Kevin Blanch's comments. He'll delete you right away. I'm just telling you, okay? But I dare you anyways. Go write them. Hey, is it true that we can run safe nuclear plants on thorium? Connecting Dots 2 said he's done a lot of research, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube, and turns out Kevin Blanch, I think Connecting Dots is right. You're not going to hear that shit, okay? He's going to ban you. This is what we've all been. These are the symptoms of dealing with Kevin Blanch, okay? You speak out the truth, he bans you and deletes your comments. We've been feeling it since 2011, okay? He's an absolute fraudster. You're not going to find a single picture of him being in the hospital, sick, bandaged up, whatever. Nothing. All we see are empty IV tube lines sticking out of his chest. That's it. My nursey friend said anybody can do that. They don't even have to be, the needles don't even have to be in. So I'm going with my nurse friend. I'm going with my own eyes, what I've seen come out of Kevin Blanch's mouth, what he's been saying since 2011, and I'm sticking with my original thought that he was an absolute fraud. He never got AML, and since we now know that he's ripped off Jeff Palco for, like I said, over, oh man, how much money? We're thinking around $50,000 here. Like I said, Jeff Palco ended up taking his life in 2014, so it's very odd to have Kevin Blanch upload a video saying Jeff Palco, my great friend, when Jeff couldn't even get a phone call, an answer, I mean, on a phone call to Kevin Blanch. And if you don't believe me, go watch the videos. They are right there. It takes 2 seconds for anyone who doubts me to go out and research his stuff. There's the name right there, Jeff Palco. You can put it in the search bar. Very, very easy. I'm the Silver Gold Man, so I make videos over there. And because this was such a big issue for me personally, because I've been dealing with Fukushima since day one, I uploaded that video at the Silver Gold Man. And unfortunately, or I should say, fortunately, that's the only one that's left, because the other ones, they all got taken down. The other two at Connecting Dots 2, Connecting Dots 3. And like I said, YouTube promotes the fraud, okay? Same thing with Ackerman. Exactly the same thing when I proved that Ackerman was a lying piece of shit, that he received over $2,000 from Jeff Palco so he could fly him out there. Ackerman hit me up with a copyright strike on Silver Gold Man. So the same thing here. We have Fukushima fraud contributed to Jeff Palco's death. This is an email. Like I said, I'm the only one who's in contact with Jeff Palco's relatives. None of those guys do have any contact with him. I'm the only one, and I've received emails from Jeff Palco's mother, Mary Palco, who says, I can't wait for Jeff Palco, I can't wait for Kevin Blanch and Thomas Ackerman to call me. She says, I've sent them emails. I've told Thomas Ackerman to forward that email to Kevin Blanch because I want him to contact me also. Thomas Ackerman won't speak about this. Kevin Blanch won't speak about this. Like I said, folks, I'm the only one that's still in contact with the family. I have Mary Palco's email. I can contact her in the New York second, and I can have her out here. If anyone doesn't believe me, I could probably have her back out here. Just reiterating it, but what's the sense of it at this point? I've got enough proof. People were asking me back then, how'd you get these pictures? What? That's Kevin Blanch, that's Jeff Palco's mother, Mary Palco, that sent me the pictures. Same with the baby pictures over at Connecting Dots too. They all come from Mary Palco. So I'm going to end the show here. I'm just letting you all know that you got to be careful. These people are out scamming, and in that video here that you can see up above here, this is the one that has Jeff Palco speaking about how he's lost his money, and in the end, I showed I showed Jeff Palco's mother's email that she sent me at the very end of the email, and you also find out in that email that Kevin Blanch ended up going on a trip with the money that he had scammed from Jeff. So very sad situation here. And like I said, the biggest thing is, why give him money? What's the sense of it? He's not going to do anything with that money except go to what? Shout out some more bullshit at another meeting that people just know that he's full of poo-poo. Anyways, shall I go check the comments? Oh, why not, eh? You never know what I'll find out there. I'll close this up here and go check the comments before I continue on with my day, that is. Okay. Does your mother know you're on the computer? Okay, well, considering my mother is in Ottawa and I'm over here on the West Coast at 50 years old, I don't think she really cares. You got to stop drinking the water. I see, but we're not going to do any test on the fish. I see. You're the biggest fraud on the block. Yeah, okay, so, guy, I hope you realize that, but I'm actually the guy who's been doing the Fukushima videos since day one. I'm not sure if you realize that, Mr. Stonely, but I've been doing Fukushima since day one. I live right here on Vancouver Island. Again, I'll show you in case you're new to my YouTube channel and you're probably not aware of what I'm saying, what I've done in the past. You call me a fraud. Obviously, you're clueless. Because when Fukushima went down in 2011, I live right here in the city of Victoria. Take a good look here, because it's right on the Strait of Juan de Fuca. This strait here, Strait of Juan de Fuca. So this strait is world renowned for the ebb and flow tide that comes in and out here. Ebb and flow, yes, in and out, non-stop. So we've been told by Kevin Blanch, we've been told by Dana Durnford, we've heard it on the Jeff Wrench show, how the Fukushima radiation has been washing in out of here since 2011 in high levels because of the ebb and flow tide, and has killed everything up the coastline here. This is what we're told, folks. So when in 2011, when the Fukushima radiation went down, I actually bought 2 Geiger counters with my own money and traveled back and forth across Canada doing live radiation testing. Can you understand that, Mr. Stonely? testing. I went from Victoria to New Brunswick, right on the shoreline here, and went all the way back. And I did find Fukushima radiation on at least 2 occasions that we're sure of. Long story short, I'm also the only one who's raising funds for a gamma spectrometer. Do you know what that is? Probably not. Okay, so it's an instrument that allows me to test for the various radionuclides that have been spewing out of the Fukushima meltdown. Okay, I can test sea life, water, vegetation. It's a mobile unit that I'm buying, so I like carrying my camera along and filming it as I do it, okay? Not just showing the camera, showing my face and telling you that I've done it. That doesn't work on YouTube. We've been running into non-stop fraud. So go watch this video here where I went down to the beach, my shoreline here, right on the Strait of Juan de Fuca, okay? Guy, just so you know, I'll show you exactly where I went too. And it's all there on the video, but I'll show you the street so you'll know exactly that no hocus pocus bullshit with me. People know that. I'm the straight shooter on YouTube. So go watch the video and you'll see the street Battery Street, okay? I'm right down there at mile 0 and I walk down to the beach right here. Right there. There's a staircase that goes down. I'm right there on this little stretch of beach. In fact, I don't do the beach. What I did is I tried to walk this edge of the rock here, and I got too rough, and you'll see that in the video. I show you. I said, guys, I'm not going to walk down there. Look at how steep it is. So I turned back around, back on top of the rock, fell back down on the beach, walked the beach, went into a little cave here, showed you how there's sea life in there, jumped on top of the trail, and came down to that last flat area. It's all on video. I wasn't lying to people. I said I've done roughly about 200 feet of beach. I traveled from roughly that corner down to this corner. That's it. I didn't go any further. And you'll see all the sea life that I've picked up right here at mile 0. One itty bitty teeny weeny little bitty beach. Okay? One little beach. So people want proof, and that's why I'm raising funds for the gamma spectrometer. Nobody else is going to talk about thorium. Nobody else is going to talk about a gamma spectrometer and doing testing. Nobody else talks about bioaccumulation. Like I said, I've made a place, a position. What do you want? I've got a spot here on YouTube as the one guy who tackles multiple topics and has got a long track record of getting it right and bitch slapping left and right all of the fraudsters on YouTube. I absolutely love it. And I love when you people enjoy it and you thank me for it. I love making the videos for you folks. So I'm glad you do enjoy it. And I keep getting emails. I keep getting messages, people supporting me. Thank you. Honestly, it means a lot to me because, like I said, I don't make any money off this. I've been doing it for free since 2009. So, yes, I've been hitting up all these fraudsters on multiple topics. So, let's go back and see what we have here in the comment section again. What is this crap? Why is she palming his head? What? Is she a lizard sucking out? Oh, boy, oh, boy. Biggest shill on the net. Yeah, connecting dots too. Yeah, with all the correct calls. What an idiot. Poor Stonley. You're so stupid, guy. You need to wake up. Are you friends with Montagraph? No, I'm the one that called out Montagraph. Wake up, buddy. You should stop calling people shills if you don't even know what the hell they've done. You're just making yourself look stupid. I mean, eventually you're going to get enough full picture of 360 view of me and you're going to realize, oh, shit. This guy is like the real truther, last one left on YouTube, but it's going to take you a while to figure that one out, but especially if you don't research it. Okay, he doesn't sound like he has any. Oh, no, I don't have any brain cells, no. Peut-être on pourrait le faire en français. Hein? T'aimerais-tu mieux qu'on le fasse en français? Moi, ça me... Pas rien, moi. Comme tu veux, mon homme. Why all the hate? Like I said, Accelerian, when you've got a long reputation of banging out the fraudsters on YouTube, there's a lot of hate that comes my way, but I've got a tough skin. I've been doing this for a long time. It's not these people that are new to me that are going to somehow kick me off YouTube or fear me out of making videos. You know, I was a badass back in the day, so this is nothing for me. I agree. A lot of odd people commenting, they make no sense at all. Yeah, good one. Good for you, guy. What happened to silver? $12. It was your call. Absolutely. And be careful when we get down there, you come back and say, yeah, oh shit, silver gold man, I didn't know you were able to call it that right. So, and if you're watching me very carefully, I said if silver breaks above that $14.62, I said not that I would participate in this rally. You better be careful, Z-Dog, because I remember exactly what I've said on top of remembering what others have said. So yes, I will stick with my call of $12. I still think it's a possibility coming up here, especially with the Brexit, if that don't work, especially on top of a slowing economy. And if you understand how silver is used in mostly industrial demand, then you'll understand and be able to connect your dots. But other than that, I did say at the bottom of 2015, that summer, when we started coming back up a little bit, I said, if this crosses over $14.62, I would not participate in this rally by buying physical silver because I don't think it'll last. And because there's premiums when you buy the physical silver, you have to wait for it to rise an extra, what, $1.50, $3, $3.50 just to make up on the premium. So I said, if I were to get in it, what would I do? I said, I'd buy paper silver. So I do not have to pay for the premium. If the price goes up to over 14.62, I can turn around and sell it at 17 or 18 and make a profit and not have to worry about. Yeah. So by now you're realizing, shit, he got it right. Yeah, you're damn right. I got it right. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it right all the time, but I did tell you back then that if it rolls over 14.62, I'm not buying fucking silver, physical silver, because I don't want to be stuck with the premium and I'll have to wait for it to rise. And I'd said back then, if it did break out of 14.62, do you remember what my price was, target? Do you remember? I'll refresh. I said around 18.50. I said 18.50. That's exactly where we went. We went up to what, $18.07, and then silver turned back. Okay, Blazing Star. Hi there. How are you? All right, I'm going to end this here. It's quite interesting to have these people here on YouTube coming out. I'm going to go see who Mr. Stoney is promoting on his YouTube channel, because that's always interesting, you know. And I don't want to be hard on these people. In fact, I owe an apology to one of the my viewers over at the Silver Gold Man. I misunderstood his video the other day, or his comment, I should say, after the show, and I thought he was somebody who had not connected their dots yet. And I'd said in that video, I said I don't want to be too harsh on these people, because like I'm just like them. At one point, I followed these people. I actually, you know, I'm looking at the dutchsinse. I thought dutchsinse was a good guy, guys. Back in, what year was that? That was pre-Fukushima is when I came on to dutchsinse. So probably late 2011 or early 2011. Sorry, not late 2011. Early 2011, and then roughly about 9 months later is when the Fukushima meltdown. And the difference between dutchsinse's radiation monitoring tour that he did in the United States versus my Canadian version. dutchsinse bought 3 cheap Geiger counters. We're talking about Geiger counters you can get for about $100, $150, cheap old ones. Long story short, at least he bought 3 of them so you could get various readings. You know, hopefully one was right. But the key point is, Dutch only did atmospheric testing. That means he never did any rain fallout like I did. Whereas I was very clear in my radiation tour. I said, guys, I'm going out, I'm chasing rain here, because I know that the radiation from Fukushima is way up in the atmosphere and it's only going to come down when it rains. That's why I found it during my tour. And I had the Canadian government, Health Canada, who found it in the same city, the same week that I had, and probably the same rainfall, because it was in the middle of summer. It wasn't raining every single day back then in Calgary the day I found it. So long story short, I was doing, you know, chasing fallout the entire summer, because I understood how radiation was up in the atmosphere and how it would come down in the rain and the drizzle. Whereas dutchsinse refused to do any fallout testing. He drove all the way out to the West Coast, only did atmospheric testing. So yes, we were calling dutchsinse a fraudster and a scammer way back then. And I see Mr. Stoney has him on his YouTube channel. So now that you know the truth, Stoney, you may want to consider getting rid of that garbage. Okay, take care, folks. Hope you enjoyed the information. Sure is fun with me.